Brad Evans here from Yahoo Sports with your Week 13 fantasy noise. Believe it or not, the last week of the fantasy regular season. So here are 3 hot waiver pickups to get you in to the fantasy playoffs. Number 1, it's got to be Ryan Fitzpatrick of the Tennessee Titans, a guy who has been pretty good here the last couple of weeks since overtaking for the injured Jake Locker last week. Over 300 yards passing, couple of touchdowns. He draws the Indianapolis Colts, who allowed the 5th most fantasy points of quarterbacks over the last 5 weeks. Now, moving on to the running back position, how about the little mighty mite from the Houston Texans, Dennis Johnson, a rookie out of Arkansas who's done some decent damage here of late. Last week, 15 carries, 87 yards. Ben Tate, highly ineffective, dealing with a rib injury. Now, Gary Kubiak came out and said this week that Tate is still his starter, but Johnson could get another 13 to 16 touches in this contest, and he faces New England Patriots, who just gave up over 220 rushing yards to no Sean Moreno. Finally, another rookie making some fantasy noise, Cordarrelle Patterson of the Minnesota Vikings, a player who hasn't really done a ton of damage fantasy-wise the past couple of weeks. 11 receptions, 82 yards, and not a touchdown, but he does have 20 targets in those 2 games. I think the Viking could do some hellified damage this week, facing a Chicago Bears defense completely depleted and decimated by injury. Do not be at all surprised that Bill Musgrave gets creative and flares out Patterson in the screen game, also uses him on end arounds as well. I think he goes for around 80 total yards and a touchdown this week. So go grab Fitzpatrick, Dennis Johnson, and Cordarrelle Patterson if you need that final playoff push this week.